This is Jarrod Horak, and in this handicapping video, I'm going to analyze the Grade 3 Pocahontas Stakes at Churchill Downs, Saturday, September 16th. And this will kick off my Road to the 2024 Kentucky Oaks video series. So stay tuned to my YouTube channel. Every time they run a Kentucky Oaks points race, I'm going to cover it in video format, just like I did last year and some other years as well. And I'm also going to be doing the Road to the 2024 Kentucky Derby video series. And if you're interested in my full card analysis, you can head on over to the runawayhorse.com on my sales page to find those full cards, which will resume with the Santa Anita Autumn Meet on September 29th, and they run through November 5th. So I'm going to be covering the Santa Anita full cards each day, including the 2-day Breeders' Cup on November 3rd and 4th. I cover that annual Breeders' Cup product each year. You'll be able to purchase my Breeders' Cup analysis, other Santa Anita full cards. Just go on over to the runawayhorse.com on my sales page for more details, and you can also purchase my full card analysis at todaysracingdigest.com. And speaking of the digest, if you head on over to their website, in their news section, you'll find a lot of handicapping articles that I have been writing. Starting over the summer, I was writing a lot of stuff from Saratoga and Del Mar, and now that we're past those meets, we're going to pick up coverage of the Breeders' Cup prep races coming up, Kentucky Derby, Kentucky Oaks stuff, and much, much more. So head on over to todaysracingdigest.com, check out their news section, and you'll find a lot of handicapping articles, including an article for this race where I'm going to go through the field, I'll break down the pace scenario and the final time ratings. I'm going to give out my contenders first to last and give out wagering strategies. So you will find that Pocahontas article and Iroquois Stakes article and video at todaysracingdigest.com later this week. But let's get into the analysis of this video. And before I do, the past performances in this video are provided by todaysracingdigest.com. And we're going to be doing the 7th race at Churchill Downs for Saturday, September 16th, the Grade 3 $300,000 Pocahontas Stakes for 2-year-old fillies traveling 1 mile around one turn on the main track. And the scheduled post time is 3:50 p.m. Eastern Time. And we have a 9-horse field, beginning with number 1, Empire Island. This one is 5-1 morning line, and she looks like a contender in this spot. This is a daughter of Classic Empire. Giant's Causeway is the dam sire. Norm Cassie, the trainer, and he's clicking at a 27% rate this year with 124 starters. Ricardo Santana Jr. rode in the debut, and he will ride back. And she broke from the inside post in her career debut. She was 5-1 at Saratoga on August 6th in a 6-furlong maiden special weight race. The pace was decent that day, and she stuck that pace, never more than a couple lengths back. She was able to make her move in the stretch, and she got up late, and she won by 3/4 of a length. So just the way that she ran in that debut, and then now stretching out to a 1-turn mile after a 6-furlong race, I see no reason why she couldn't handle the added ground of this race. And we already know she can overcome an inside post. She did that in her debut. And I can see her saving ground, stalking the pace in here. And she's had some, at least, workout experience at Churchill Downs. She had some workouts at Churchill Downs from June 11th till July 6th. And on July 6th, she had a bullet workout, 4 furlongs and 47 and change, breezing from the gate, best of 41. And then her next 3 workouts were at Saratoga, and then she came back to Churchill Downs and had a workout on September 10th, 4 furlongs and 47 and change, best of 74. So that was a nice bullet. It was a nice debut. She's got tactical speed and the inside post. Peignoir is next. This one is 20-1 morning line. This is a daughter of Mendelssohn, trainer Rodolphe Brissett, and he's clicking at a 25% rate in 2023. And this one was well beaten in her debut. She was 55-1 at Ellis Park on July 31st in a 6-furlong maiden special weight race. In a 10-horse field, she was 7th early. She passed a few. She was 4th, beaten 11 lengths. The winner of that one won by more than 7. So that was a runaway winner. She wasn't embarrassed there. She ran okay. Second time out, she was 5-2. It was a 1-mile race at Ellis Park on a good track on August 26th. And from the inside post, she got out there and controlled the pace. A very controlled tempo, 23-3, 47-2, 113 and change. So they weren't going very fast, and she was out there controlling the pace over an Ellis Park surface that was really favoring speed types, and she just ran away and won by more than 8 lengths. So she's one that I think that they would like to get involved early here. but she's going to have to run faster in the early going to secure the early lead. Riperton is number 3, and she is 12-1 morning line. This is a daughter of Constitution for trainer Paulo Lobo, and she's run 2 times at Ellis Park. They were both 7 furlong races. In her debut, she took some money in a 12-horse field. She pressed. She took the lead in the stretch, and she won by a length and a half. Then she was in the Debutante Stakes at Ellis Park in her second career start. And in that race from the inside post, after breaking from post 3 in her debut, from that inside post, she was sitting in mid-pack in a 9-horse field, and she was able to come on and finish second. Her speed ratings were very similar in her first 2 starts, so she's one that's going to have to run a bit faster here to compete with these. Number 4, Raining Sugar. This one for Riley Mott. This is a twirling candy filly, and they paid $150,000 for this one, and she's run 1 time, and she won that race. It was a race originally scheduled for the turf, run at 5.5 furlongs on the fast main track at Ellis Park on August 4th from the inside post in a 12-horse field. Can be intimidating, that inside post, for these young horses, but she was professional, and she overcame that inside post, and she was 10-1, and she was able to prevail and kick away in the stretch and win by a bit less than 3 lengths. So she's one that it was a promising debut. She's had a bullet workout for this on September 8th, 4 furlongs and 47 and change, best of 22. She's going to have to run a lot faster, though. Her speed rating in her debut wasn't that flashy. Number 5, Regal Rumor is next. This one is a daughter of Cantharos, and they paid $125,000 for this one at the 2022 Keeneland September sales, and she ran well in both of her starts. Her debut at Ellis Park at 6 furlongs on July 31st, she hooked a runaway winner that day, but she was able to come chugging along for second. So the winner won by more than 7. She got up for second, a decent effort at 29-1. They made her the favorite in her second start, and it was a muddy track on August 26th, and she pressed the pace from second after breaking on top from post 3, and then she was able to battle for the lead at the midway point, take the lead in the stretch, and kick away and win by 6 lengths. Good effort, much better speed rating second time out for this Wayne Catalano filly, and I think that she's one that seems to be on the improve, and she's got at least some positional speed, and I wouldn't be shocked if she finished somewhere in the money. VV's Dream is number 6, and this one is for trainer Kenny McPeak, and she's 5-2 morning line. And if you look at Kenny McPeak's stats in this race, he's had some success. Go back to 2015, the Thraki Queen was able to win for McPeak, and then he had settled the winner of this race in 2016 as well, Daddy's Little Darling. And then last year, my top choice of Fun and Feisty for trainer Ken McPeak got the job done in this race. So McPeak's done well in this race, and this filly seems well meant in this spot. She looked good in her debut. She was the favorite at Churchill Downs at 5 furlongs in a 5 furlong race on May 19th. And in that race, 8-horse field, she broke in the middle, but she broke from a middle post, post 4, but she broke 7th, and then she was sitting back in 7th in that 8-horse field. After the first quarter mile, she started to move up. She moved up to 4th, then she got up to 2nd in the stretch, and then she just swept past everybody, and she won by more than 6 lengths. So she came through as the favorite there. Then the Debutante Stakes at Ellis Park in her second career start on July 2nd. In that race, from the inside post in just a 4-horse field, she stalked from 3rd. She made a bid to the lead, but she could not get the job done there, and she finished 2nd, beaten a half length. Now, Brightwork was able to win that race, and she came back, and then she won. She's won her next 2 stake starts. So Brightwork is a quality of filly, and she had some success at Saratoga this year. VV's Dream has not run since that race, and now she's back at Churchill Downs at her winning venue, and she's one that I think can get involved in the stretch if she gets enough pace help. You Almost Had Me, number 7, is the next one for trainer Brad Cox, and she's 2-1 morning line. Brad Cox having an outstanding year, 28% wins. This was a real bargain purchase. They only paid $12,000 for this Oxbow filly, and she's run well in all of her starts. Her 4.5 furlong debut at Keeneland, when she raced for trainer John Hancock, she dueled on the lead, and she kicked away to win by 8 lengths. That was a good effort. It's not easy to win by such an open margin in a race so short at 4.5 furlongs, but she did just that. Then she moved to the Brad Cox barn for her second start, the Kentucky Juvenile at Churchill Downs on May 4th. And from the inside post, she broke right on top, took the lead, took over, and won easily as the heavy favorite there. Then she was in the Debutante Stakes at Ellis Park last time out. And in that 7-furlong race, she did not have a good start, and that really cost her. She had stumbled at the start, and then she was 8th of 9 in the early going. She probably figured to be right up on the lead there, but she couldn't get out there after that start. But she didn't quit. She kept rallying. She rallied from 6th, and she ended up getting up to finish 3rd there. So now I would expect, if she gets a clean start under Tyler Gaffalione, and Gaffalione was aboard for her first 2 starts, and Florent Drew was aboard before. So Gaffalione was able to get her up on the pace both times that he rode, and I would expect that he's going to try to do just that in this spot. Courbe is number 8. This one's 10-1 morning line, a daughter of Quality Road for trainer Todd Pletcher, and she's just run one time, and she won that race at Ellis Park at 7 furlongs on August 18th. She was 4-1. She did not have a good start, but she ended up stalking the pace and then very professionally winning by a length and 3/4 under Rafael Bejarano, and he will ride back here. And this filly is going to have to run faster, but she showed some professionalism in the debut, and it's not easy to win your debut at 7 furlongs. Hot Beach rounds out the field, number 9 at 7-2 morning line for trainer Brian Lynch. This is a daughter of Omaha Beach, and they paid $400,000 for this filly. So somebody saw something that they liked, and she was the heavy favorite in her debut at Ellis Park at 5 furlongs. That was on July 7th. She stalked the pace, and she was clearly second best there. The show finisher came back to win. Hot Beach came back to win as well. She won the Debutante Stakes, so she graduated in that 7-furlong Debutante at Ellis Park on August 13th when she stalked from 4th from post 9 in a 9-horse field. So she was stalking while out in the clear, and she got the lead, and then she just held safe, and she won by 2 lengths. So she opened up by 2, and she held that safe margin all the way to the wire. Good effort there, and she's one from the outside post that's probably going to stalk wide. So with horses so lightly raced, there's a lot of different directions you could go. Hot Beach should work out a good outside tactical trip. Youalmoathadme, if she can get out of the gate this time, I think she is one that should be right up there on the pace and could be a dangerous pace presence if she shakes loose early. Empire Island from the inside post, certainly a filly that could move forward for trainer Norm Cassie and run a bit faster second time out and easily win this one. Could definitely see that. But I'm going to go with number 6, VV's Dream. I've had success like last year with trainer Kenny McPeak in this race, getting fun and feisty home, and I'm hoping that he can win this race in back-to-back runnings. He did that in 2015 and 16. Then he won this race last year. Let's see if he can get another back-to-back winner. So VV's Dream, big debut at Churchill Downs, looked good from off the pace, ran a decent speed rating. She was the favorite. Not easy to win from off the pace like that when you're facing these lightly raced horses. Typically speed does well. So I like that she was able to just rally like that. Not going to hold that second start against her. She ran fine. She was second, beaten half length as the favorite. 4-horse fields, weird things can happen, strange pace scenarios, and now they've been pointing to this race for quite some time, and I'm looking for VV's Dream to get the job done in the Pocahontas. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you like this horse racing content. And again, keep checking my YouTube channel for all of these Road to the 2024 Kentucky Oaks videos. And until I see you next time, good luck at the races.